Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the wonderful Alberta O. Jones Park. It is beautiful, sunny, and it is Women's History Month. And as you all know, Alberta O. Jones was an incredible female leader whose legacy still lives on today here in Louisville, around our state, and around our country. But before we dive more into Miss Jones and the park, I want to celebrate something amazing and start with a great celebration this week. As you can see, I'm surrounded by a group of incredible women who made history just this past weekend. So let's give it up for Simmons College of Kentucky Lady Falcons, who won their first ever national championship. This amazing team defeated number 3 Toka Falls College on Saturday, securing the first national championship ever in the history of Simmons College of Kentucky. Now, as you've heard me say before, we want to make Louisville the women's sports capital of the world, and the Lady Falcons are helping us make that goal a reality. So to every player, to the coach, to the athletic director, to the Simmons College administration, to the fans and everybody, congratulations. The entire city of Louisville is so proud of you. So it is my honor to present you all to celebrate this historic moment for Simmons and for Louisville and for the Commonwealth. We're going to mark officially March 19th, 2024 as Lady Falcons Day on behalf of everyone in the city of Louisville. Congratulations. And now we got a couple people who are going to recognize, who are going to say a few words about this amazing victory. First, come on up, President Cosby. Come on up. Come on up. President Cosby was cheering from the crowd. We need him up here for the celebration. The amazing leader of Simmons College of Kentucky, Dr. Kevin Cosby. So first we're going to ask Athletic Director Jerry Eves to come up and say a few words on behalf of Simmons College of Kentucky. Jerry?
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Greenberg. We appreciate you all coming out. Of course, first and foremost, we want to thank Reverend Cosby for giving me the opportunity to be the Athletic Director at Simmons College, the best job I've ever had, giving the young ladies an opportunity and an avenue to further their career, their education, and their academic prowess. So, Rev, thank you for everything that you've done. We've got a great group of young ladies. Of course, they're here because they won a national championship, but that was not the purpose, nor is the purpose of Simmons College of Kentucky. We've got a great coach in Earl Ruffin, but I just want to bring two. We have 2 seniors. Both of them are graduates already. They finished in December. They're going to speak with you. I want Armani, step forward. I want them to see my seniors. Come on. And Zeffie, step up. That finished in December. My 2 seniors that have their degrees that are going out in the world looking for opportunities. So please, when you see these 2 young ladies, make sure you put their resumes at the top of the heap. They're first-class individuals, and they're the very, very, very best. I just want to thank you all for being here. We're trying to improve our athletic program. We want to have you all help us move to the D3, D2 level. We want to continue to increase our opportunities, more sports, more opportunities for young people, Reverend Cosby and myself, but we're going to need your help. So I appreciate you. I'm going to call on Earl Ruffin, the head women's basketball coach. And you all need to know this. There was one black African-American that won a national championship in the state of Kentucky. His name was Tubby Smith. Earl Ruffin is the second black head coach to be a national champion in the state of Kentucky with Simmons College. Coach Earl Ruffin. Come on up.
I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out, supporting us. I'm just going to keep it short and simple. The best is yet to come. We got a bigger goal here at Simmons College that we are trying to achieve. So just keep an eye on us. Look out for the schedule coming out for next season, and just come on out and support us. Thank you. All right, this is Zephaniah Gray. She was first team All-Region. Armani Sanders. We have Jayla Johnson at the back. Neil Ferguson. Andrea C. She was first team All-Region. We have Kira Gerton. Naria Reed, Ronasia Fields, Aja Cochran, and our team manager, Sunny Lee.
Let's hear it one more time for the Lady Falcons of Simmons College of Kentucky. They've got to get back to class, so we're going to let you all get back to your studies. Thank you guys so much, though. We're excited already about next season. If we can start every week with an amazing celebration like that, that's what we want here in Louisville, to celebrate amazing accomplishments from across the entire city. Now, someone else who we want to thank is Brooke Pardue and all of our friends at the Parks Alliance for welcoming us here today to another weekly press conference and here at the Alberta O. Jones Park. And as I mentioned earlier, we chose this location because March is Women's History Month, and we want to continue to honor the legacy of Alberta Jones, for whom this park was named. This park was an incredible accomplishment, spearheaded by the Parks Alliance, with support from Louisville Parks and Recreation and funding from the city and other private and public sources. As many of you all know, Alberta O. Jones was the first black woman to pass the Kentucky bar exam. She was a civil rights activist who paved the way and opened the doors for so many other leaders who came after her. She negotiated the first professional boxing contract for Muhammad Ali. She participated in the March on Washington, a member of the NAACP, the Louisville Urban League, and so many other organizations. She taught black Louisvillians how to vote. She made a difference. And tragically, her life was cut too short. But her legacy lives on. Her legacy lives on through Miss Flora and her other amazing family members who are here with us today. And her legacy lives on through this amazing park, which is the best park that we have created here in Louisville in who knows how long. It's an amazing park right here in the California neighborhood of West Louisville that is just beginning. We're going to continue to expand this amazing park. So to give us a brief overview of where the park stands today and where it's headed, I'd like to introduce the leader of the Parks Alliance of Louisville, Brooke Pardue.
We couldn't come up with a better location for Women's History Month, as we literally stand in the shadow of Alberta O. Jones and recognize her amazing life. At the Parks Alliance of Louisville, we understand the importance of quality public parks. They're powerful green infrastructure that strengthen communities, improve health in the environment, and spur economic revitalization, even when it's a little nippy out. In all we do, the Alliance centers the voice of the community, because who knows better what's needed to make a neighborhood more vibrant and healthier than the people who live there. Alberta O. Jones Park is a testament to our community-driven approach, especially since the community selected to name the park in her honor. All the amenities identified by residents as their top priorities have been included in this first phase of construction. Walking paths with fitness stations, an outdoor classroom, an open lawn for athletics and community events, benches, picnic shelters, including this amazing structure that doubles as a performance pavilion. And thanks to our partnership with the city, the site is Wi-Fi enabled. And you can't miss this incredible playground. The children in the neighborhood selected the theme of music, which is reflected in the giant musical notes, freestanding instruments, and the soaring climbing tower that looks like an unfolding sheet of music. But we're not stopping here. We have a robust schedule of events planned for the summer, with family movie nights, theater performances, and loads of activities for young and old alike. When we are finished, the park will encompass almost 20 acres, with even more amenities and activities prioritized by the community. We're working hard to raise the balance of the funds necessary to complete Phase 2 and hope to begin construction in the next 10 to 12 months. So stay tuned for more exciting updates in the months ahead.
Our work to make Louisville safer, stronger, and healthier takes many forms, and that includes ensuring a healthy environment in every neighborhood. Environmental priorities need to factor into all city decisions, which is why one of my first decisions as mayor was to elevate the Office of Sustainability into the mayor's office itself. And our city is fortunate to have so many people, nonprofits, and public agencies that are deeply committed to environmental work, like the Parks Alliance of Louisville. And also, another one of those organizations is our city's Air Pollution Control District, who have joined us here today to talk about their long-standing Lawn Care for Cleaner Air program and award their annual lawn equipment grant to the Parks Alliance. I can't imagine a more deserving recipient or a more fitting venue for that. This park right here is a testament to our city's commitment to sustainability, to green space, and the importance of wide open parks. And I'm so glad that this award will help them use cleaner, greener electrical equipment to care for the park. So next, I'm going to call upon the APCD director, Rachel Hamilton, who's going to tell you a little bit more about this program, about the award, and what we're here to announce today. So Rachel, please join us.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I'd like to recognize that I attended the University of Louisville's Brandeis School of Law, and a picture of Alberta Jones hangs in the hallway. And for many years, I walked past her story of achievement, leadership, and legacy. And so it's especially fitting to be here today. So with that, I am extraordinarily happy to announce that the Parks Alliance has been awarded this year's Lawn Care for Cleaner Air Community Equipment Grant. The Louisville Metro Air Pollution Control District's Lawn Care for Cleaner Air program empowers Louisville residents and businesses to switch to cleaner, lower emitting equipment by offering rebates on electric lawn equipment and an even larger rebate to those who also trade in their old gas-powered equipment. This is really a relatively small investment, but it meaningfully reduces emissions that impact local air quality and contribute to climate change. In addition to these air quality benefits, we also hear from our rebate recipients that the equipment is lighter, less noisy, less smelly, and requires less maintenance. The grant is a relatively new addition to the Lawn Care for Cleaner Air program and provides a package of professional-powered electric lawn equipment like this, pictured here, and fittingly in the same color as our Parks Alliance friends' outfits, to valuable local organizations like the Parks Alliance in recognition of their sustainability goals. This equipment will help maintain this vibrant park while children breathe cleaner air while playing on this fabulous equipment. A neighbor uses the Wi-Fi to do some work outside in the beautiful air, maybe a little warmer on the next day though, and families gather to enjoy a picnic or other outdoor event. Importantly, since the Lawn Care for Cleaner Air program started, it's issued over 12,000 total rebates, keeping nearly 5 million pounds of pollution from Louisville's air. Cleaner, greener technology has improved, and you'll see that this equipment is up to the task of bigger jobs like maintaining this and other beautiful parks, including waterfront botanical gardens, a previous grant recipient, and also for use in commercial lawn maintenance. So please join me in recognizing the Parks Alliance and their commitment to sustainably maintaining this park with this award.
Parks, as we were talking so far today, are such an important foundation of our city, having great parks across the entire city. So too, another one of those foundations is affordable housing. Having affordable housing in every neighborhood of our city, not just in other people's neighborhoods. In October of last year, I gathered with housing advocates from across the entire city to unveil a draft of the My Louisville Home Plan, a housing strategy to create and preserve 15,000 units of affordable housing all across our city. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to join housing advocates once again to release an update to the 2019 Housing Needs Assessment, which is an in-depth look at the housing stock in Louisville, and will also release the final version of the My Louisville Home Plan. That's tomorrow morning. But I want to make it clear that over the last 5 months since we released the first draft, we have not been waiting for the final plan. We have been taking action, working with urgency. And our team has gotten to work on several of the actions that are in the My Louisville Home Plan. During that time, we've partnered with Volunteers of America to provide shelter and start funding shelter and services at the new community care campus. We announced a new modular housing manufacturer, MMY, that is locating its first U.S. operations right here in West Louisville. We've initiated the rezoning of 3 Metro-owned properties so that we can partner with developers on affordable housing projects. We've helped low-income residents access home ownership payment through the Down Payment Assistance and Louisville Affordable Housing Trust Fund's REVERT program. And now, today, following years of research and community conversations, the Office of Planning this week took another step in its land development code reform efforts. The Office of Planning is releasing new draft regulations that will allow small-scale multifamily housing, commonly known as middle housing, to be constructed on properties that are zoned for single-family homes. Now, we're not talking about 5-story buildings or 200 units of housing going on a single-family lot, though we need all of that too. When we talk about the middle housing, what we're talking about are duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, townhomes, or cottage courts. These are the same housing types that you'll find in Louisville's historic neighborhoods, that you'll find in some of our most vibrant, historic, wonderful neighborhoods where people love to live, where people of different incomes, from different family sizes, can all live together. Currently in Louisville, 75% of our land is zoned for single family, meaning that this middle housing cannot be built on it unless the property owner undergoes a very lengthy and expensive rezoning process. Well, we want to make it easier. These proposed changes would allow these types of middle housing units on properties that are currently zoned for single family as long as they meet certain requirements. If they don't meet those certain requirements, then they have to go through that same lengthier zoning process that I just mentioned. The purpose of this proposed change is to increase housing choice and housing opportunity across the city by eliminating a barrier to construction, while also ensuring that these new housing developments will match with the character of their existing neighborhood. For example, the proposed regulations would limit the building height to 2 or 2.5 stories, the same heights as many of our single-family homes in the city. So this is a really important step. It's an important step to get more types of housing throughout our entire city, as we strive to make it easier to build housing in every neighborhood of our city. To learn more about the proposed regulations for middle housing, please visit louisvilleky.gov and search middle housing. I want to give a special thanks to Council members Andrew Owen and Khalil Batshon, who's here with us today, that are leading an effort on looking at all issues related to land development code throughout our city. We all know that we need more housing. We all want every family in our city to have safe, quality, affordable housing as the foundation for everything they want to do in life. And so, Councilman, I'm excited to work with you, Councilman Owen, and your colleagues on making this a reality. We hope that everyone takes the time to review the proposed regulations and gives feedback to us. Metro Council wants to hear your feedback as well. This will require their approval. We'll be hosting public hearings on it. So there are still some steps to take before anything becomes a reality. But again, this is just one of our many steps that we are taking to expand the amount of housing across our entire city. We are really excited about this. We have got to start doing things differently. If we are going to address challenges like affordable housing across our city, the only way to address those challenges and come up with solutions is to do things differently in ways that we've never done before in our city, that we've seen it successfully done in other cities. We know it will work. And so we are excited to work with Metro Council so that we can add to the vibrancy of neighborhoods while at the same time building more housing across our city. You'll be hearing more about this in the coming days and weeks. But again, thanks to the Office of Planning for spearheading this, and we look forward to working with Metro Council to make this a reality. Thank you all very much. Dr. Beverly Gaines has served families across our city for more than 40 years. as a beloved pediatrician. She's been a champion for children in every part of our city, serving children and their families in everyday health checkups and during their greatest moments in need. In February, Dr. Gaines announced her well-deserved retirement. In her retirement note, she noted that she was able to fulfill her life's dream through her work, and that it was a privilege to care for so many children. Dr. Gaines, Louisville is the one that had the privilege of having your service. As parents, my wife Rachel and I know there is nothing greater than having the security of a trusted healthcare professional to care for your children that provides you with comfort. And you have provided that comfort to so many families across our entire city. So today, it is my honor to present you with a Distinguished Citizen Proclamation on behalf of the citizens of Louisville to thank you for your service, to thank you for making our city a healthier city and helping so many kids throughout our entire city. You have made a lasting impact on them and so many others. Congratulations, Dr. Gaines.
Thank you, Mayor Greenberg. This is such an honor, especially received during this month and after the month of Black History. Our community is a very strong community because we have a lot of people who are devoted to the service of children, the welfare of our world. Sorry about that. It's our community. Let me just say it that way. I read about Alberta Jones, and it was very sad to me that she was a great leader, an activist and a great leader, and she was taken away from us when she was just 35. So when I looked at the sign down there at the bottom of the steps, and it quoted what she wanted a child to say to her, I hope there will be children, I hope there will be families who I have loved over the years, nurtured, encouraged for academic success. It's been a joy, and it's been my pleasure to be a pediatrician in this city. And I love the Louisville community. I wasn't an original Louisvillian, but I consider myself one now. And I brought another Louisvillian with me here, my son, Sam Gaines. I don't want to go on, but I just want to say, I hope my parents and my children that I have served feel like I have helped them to achieve academic success, to go to heights, to work hard. I was looking at Mayor Greenberg's comments when he gave his message when he was elected, and he also fosters those goals of working hard, trying to achieve, and I forget the other one, but anyway, that was wonderful, and I feel the same way. I just want to say before I leave, I brought up my pastor, Dr. Kevin Cosby. He is my friend. He is the president of Simmons College. I've worked with him quite a bit, trying to bring Simmons College to where it is today, and I've enjoyed every moment. I've got to thank those people who have blessed my life, my parents, my children, my friends, and a supportive group from this community who has helped me along my journey, and it's been my pleasure. I've had a great village to help me get here today, and I thank all of you. And I thank Mayor Greenberg. I thank Dr. Kevin Cosby. I thank Reverend Calloway, and my son, Sam Gaines. It takes a village, and I've had one here. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Dr. Gaines made an early critical donation to help make Simmons College a reality when Dr. Cosby was leading it back. So it is really fitting to have Dr. Gaines here today to end it and to start with the celebration for the Lady Falcons. So with that ends our formal announcements. I'm now happy to take any questions from members of the media on anything you all would like to ask about. So our goal is to create more for-sale housing. That is the goal. There will be rental as well, but again, it's the type of housing, and we want to keep it within the character and the size of the residential neighborhoods on these lots that are zoned for single-family homes, and that's why you'll see things like height limits. But we need all types of housing. We need more for-sale housing. We need more rental housing. We need all of it here in Louisville. Join us tomorrow morning. We'll go over the whole thing, and we'll publicly release the housing needs assessment tomorrow. That was a Metro Council matter, and so I'll let the Metro Council speak for themselves on that matter. What I've been focused on in Frankfort this year is advocating for things that are going to help make Louisville safer. I was very pleased that a bill sponsored by Senator Gerald Neal from here in Louisville that would help get more people into the group violence intervention program, that passed unanimously out of the Senate. That is a component of the Safer Kentucky Act. So that is one of the components that I do support. Still waiting to see exactly what the final form of the bill is as it continues to move its way through the General Assembly. But what I'm focused on is anything the state can do to reduce the amount of gun violence in Louisville. We continue to see far too much gun violence in our city. Now, many of these that we're seeing are targeted shootings, where individuals are killing someone else who they're directing it, they're targeting those individuals. But regardless of whether it's targeted or random, it's simply unacceptable. And we need the state's help to do more. We need to enact state legislation to give us here in Louisville the tools that we need to reduce the amount of gun violence. Now, it looks like there might be, in the Safer Kentucky Act, there's a piece that allows us to take weapons that have been used to commit murder. And through a new process, we can destroy those weapons that were used to commit murder. That is a small step in the right direction. And so I commend that small step in the right direction, but we can and we must do more. And that's what I will continue to advocate for. More positive steps in the right direction to help us reduce gun violence here in Louisville. We have to do more to reduce the amount of gun violence. We need the support of folks from Frankfort. We also need more police officers. We'll be talking more about that and some strategies that we're doing to increase the number of LMPD officers who can continue to work engaged in the community to prevent crime from happening in the first place, and to have more resources to ensure that we hold these individuals accountable that are the trigger pullers and ensure that justice prevails. There's no excuse for using a gun to harm another person. So we need more resources to do that, and we're working towards that goal. And then we also need the support of our judicial system. When our police arrest individuals and when prosecutions are made for individuals that are using guns to harm and kill others, they must be held accountable.
State budget, I believe I saw some items that would benefit downtown Louisville in there to the tune of several million. Are you hopeful that's going to make it through?
I am cautiously optimistic, and so I'm continuing to advocate in Frankfort with legislative leaders in the House and the Senate to continue to invest in Louisville. I believe there's no greater investment than investing here in the largest city in the state. We are an economic engine for the state, and downtown is an economic engine for our city. Investing in downtown Louisville will pay dividends for our city and our entire state. We'll leverage it with other sources of funding, and so I'm going to continue to advocate for more investment in downtown Louisville and in other parts of our city as well. And so I'm cautiously optimistic. I've been having a really good working relationship with legislative leaders. I appreciate their support so far, and we'll continue to work together to secure as much investment in our city which supports our city and our entire state. Thank you all very much.